Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Everywhere is Jerusalem, Experiencing the Holy Then and Now by James C. Howell, narrated by William Sarris. Introduction. Everywhere is the Holy Land. All my life I've been itching to go someplace, and after I go, I'm compelled to tell about it. I also love to take people along. I take immense pleasure in showing people places that matter to me and to the church and world. I'm even full of recommendations of sights to see and restaurants to frequent if you're heading somewhere I've been. This book is the overflow from the many hundreds of people I've led on dozens of pilgrimages and seen their minds blown. With regard to our questions about God, I love to remind folks that we don't have a batch of ethereal, metaphysical truths that float about in the stratosphere of the mind. Everything we believe, the answers to our wonderings, have some real address on planet Earth. And where things happen matters, providing a rich, real world, a real-life context. Location matters. Jesus wasn't born in some intangible spirituality of heaven or on a small island in the Pacific, but at the crossroads of the continents. Jesus called his disciples not in some ivory tower of a university, but when they were busy at work by the edge of a little lake. St. Francis became St. Francis instead of just Francis because he heard God's call, not in the wealthy, safe confines of the walled city of Assisi, but outside the walls, down a steep hill, in a broken-down place in the vicinity of the leper colony everybody else avoided. Come on a journey with me. I can talk Bible with you in a classroom in a church building, or now online, all day, and it's great fun. But when people trust me enough to go to Israel, to the shore of Galilee, to the wilderness where Jesus was tested, to Caesarea where Paul was imprisoned, to that broken-down place in Assisi where Francis heard God's call, or closer to my home, across the bridge where John Lewis was nearly beaten to death, or where Martin Luther King Jr. couldn't sleep one night, something magical, transformative, mind-boggling happens. And when we go, we join a holy throng of pilgrims over the centuries who saved for years, then left family and their livelihoods, enduring hardship and facing intense peril to walk physically into sacred places, from Jerusalem to Rome, from Santiago de Compostela at the end of the fabled Camino to the healing waters of Lourdes in France, from Canterbury to Iona. When they got home, I doubt any said, "Check, done that." For the rest of their lives, they interacted very differently with their family and friends, their chores, the weather, and the lanes of their villages. Jerusalem was forever in them, everywhere. I try to picture the homecoming for those pilgrims centuries ago. The elderly, the infirm, the destitute must have rejoiced on their arrival, and then sat spellbound, hanging on every word from the pilgrims, who surely realized they had seen everything twice, once for themselves and once for the beloved back home. For we can't all make such journeys, and for so many reasons. So let me in these chapters take you to some places that are sacred, unforgettable, life-changing. It's not tourism or sightseeing. It's thinking ourselves into a real place where the rest of the world changed, and it might just touch us, virtually, at a distance. In this book, if you'll trust me, I'll take you on a spiritual pilgrimage to significant places in the ongoing story of the Christian faith. We'll go from Bethlehem to Jerusalem, from the Jordan River to Assisi, from the Sea of Galilee to Montgomery, Alabama. Along the way, you'll discover the profound connections between the biblical stories and the places where they happened. You'll learn how Christians throughout history have brought their faith to life across the world, in their own cities and communities. And you'll find God calling you to bring your own faith to life right where you are right now. I even harbor a firm belief that for you to grow in faith and holiness, for you to hear
Sample complete. Ready to continue?